What's up guys, welcome back. So Cross-Banlist Cup 2019, the last 8 decks will be revealed today. Yesterday no video, something came up. So let's combine both the last groups here, Group F and Group G, in both one video. The tournament will start probably sometimes next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, either one of those days. The first match will be uploaded, so stay tuned for the first match starting next week. First of all, before the list here, thanks again for all the support and feedback about, at least on these lists, suggestions as well from, I believe, 2 weeks ago already. Again, thanks always, right? Thanks for the suggestions. Let's start off with the list, right? Again, something very important is next to, people commentating which list that they want to see is that something very important or important factors to keep in mind is when picking these lists is, like nostalgia or the importance of a particular engine slash deck throughout the history of this game are all very important things, but something that, and then I think some people might forget or might not think about it, is that we have to keep, or at least we have to feel comfortable of playing a certain list or a certain archetype, and if that's not the case, then a particular archetype or list probably will not get picked. So that's again something to keep in mind, since again the goal of this series, the goal of this cup, of this tournament, is again to try to play the lists at well, not per se the fullest potential, but the capabilities, the basic combos, and see how strong the deck can potentially be paired up against other decks, right? But mistakes are part of the game, that's known, right? But still, feeling comfortable is again quite of an important factor as well. The first list is Burning Abyss. Burning Abyss, and people wanted Burning Abyss back. A lot of people wanted Burning Abyss back. The list is very similar to the list of last year. The difference is Beatrice. Beatrice at 3 here. Ventis Emptiness in main deck as well, but pretty straightforward, right? Burning Abyss, PK Fire, I guess, with the Phantom Knights as well. So like always, feel free to leave feedback about these lists. The second list, quite interesting. It's one of those older lists here, in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup, and that's Lightsworn from back in the old school days, although with Card of Safe Return legal. This is Zombie Sworn during Teledad era, definitely on par with Teledad back then, especially because of the speed, right? Charge of the Library Gates, Burial from a Different Dimension, Card of Safe Return, etc, etc. So a bit of an old school list, but I think it's very welcome, since this year's Cross-Banlist Cup is somewhat, with a lot of recent decks. That's what I want to say. The third deck, yes, this deck. It wasn't featured on the Cross-Banlist Cup last year, but the year before that, I think it was a couple of options, but Gleefords from 2014 during their prime, I guess, with Triple Scout. We have Triple Emptiness, of course, and Triple Skill Drain. Such a powerful card combination, super anti-meta. But again, like always, feel free to leave opinions. I don't prefer Towers, since back then it wasn't the standard, and even though, yeah, you had Towers Turbo, but still, I don't feel comfortable of playing. Well, it's not that hard, but it's just not. I think this list back then especially was just better compared to the Towers variant. And last but not least, for this particular group, we also have return of a deck, a couple of options. Paleozoics, right? Joshua Smith's list from back in 2017 list. Other option was, the 60 card build featuring Grass, but again, I prefer 40 cards, but again, feel free to leave feedback about that. So that was Group F. The last group, this group is insane. Let's start off with, I think, already one of those big name decks, especially here in the group as well. So Group G, the last group, and this one is up for debate, Zodiacs. A lot of people mentioned Zodiacs, it was iffy, but eventually opted to add in Zodiacs again. So many options, since Zoo was a splashable engine as well. Definitely not the fusion substitute shenanigans, that would be too strong, but even though this was early Zoo featuring Kaijus as well, and you'll be seeing the decks that it's paired up against. Try to look out for some decks for a good matchup, but nonetheless this deck is super strong, so again, like always, feel free to leave feedback, especially with Dimensional Barrier as well here in the main deck. The second deck here in this particular group, we also have a big name. It actually got a lot of votes. Insane how many people wanted this deck again in the Cross-Banlist Cup series. But Necros. Necros, a couple of options. Two options really. Like a deck list from 2015 indeed, with like Unicorn 2-1, Sure 2-1 I believe, or 2 Unicorn. But the other one, and that's this list. Since people also mentioned why not use a list from today's format with, you know, the incantations as well. This is because, you know, it's not really using its extra deck bar, of course, the Mega Zaborg here as well in the main deck. Using the OCG ban list, by the way, their most recent list from 2019, and that's with triple Brionec, only one Unicorn, very important, and Cycle as well is also at 1. But access to triple Shuret, as you know, Pot of Indulgence, not really sure if you want to main deck that. I based myself on an OCG list, by the way, so again, feel free to leave opinions about this one, which list, and yeah, why not, right? The incantations. The next list is one of the biggest or top comments from the previous video, and it hasn't been featured in the Cross-Banlist Cup series before, but with Fluffle Patchwork almost, or, you know, outright, we can try it out here. Fluffles also from 2016, again, one of the more recent decks, I guess, so it will take on Necros and Zodiacs already. Again, very strong, but as I mentioned before, decks are up for debate, so we can still change it, right? The tournament hasn't started yet, so feel free to leave feedback here. So Fluffles has been a long time that I personally played this list, or played Fluffles, so definitely looking forward to it. The last list, again, we cannot include all decks in the Cross-Banlist Cup series, but I think this list was also, well, not per se the exact list, but the archetype slash, you know, cards were already in the previous Cross-Banlist Cup, and we go for Dracopels. Dracopels featuring Monkey Board. This is a list post the 2016 ban list with, I believe, Kirin got banned, I think, if I'm not mistaken, since Kirin is not in here. Yeah, indeed, with, you know, the Odd Eyes engine, but again, this is up for debate. I went with the guiding Ariadne build, but again, it's up for debate, right? Especially with Sky Iris popping Ariadne, for example. Very strong deck going first, also having the one-off Monkey Board, one-off Joker as well. But again, like always, the deck lists are not set. Feel free to leave opinions. So that's it. 32 decks will battle it out, since, you know, the last 4 decks, or at least deck lists, are already known, so feel free to leave feedback. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.